You have probably found yourself doing it today, staring at your phone when you meant to be working, impulsively adding items to a cart you didn't need, or stepping off a curb without looking up from a screen. For centuries, philosophers and self-help gurus have framed these moments as moral failures. The assumption was that if you couldn't stay focused, you simply lacked character, discipline, or strong willpower. But modern neuroscience offers a different explanation. You aren't lazy. You are experiencing a biological economic crisis happening entirely inside your own head. Think of your brain like an internal stock market. Every day, it weighs the high energetic cost of making long-term plans against the cheap, immediate payout of dopamine. Right now, modern technology is flooding that market. By inflating the value of immediate distraction, this constant overstimulation activates the brain's reward pathways, demanding instant gratification over sustained focus. To understand why this crash happens, we must look at the two biological brokers inside the brain responsible for calculating the value of our actions. On one side is the limbic system, an autopilot network seeking instant gratification. Its main hub is the mesolimbic pathway, connecting the ventral tegmental area to the nucleus accumbens. Operating in the present, it ignores tomorrow, demanding immediate dopamine payouts and prioritizing comfort right now. The competing broker sits right behind your forehead, the prefrontal cortex, or PFC. This is your executive planner, the region responsible for complex reasoning and securing your long-term success. But there is a biological catch. The prefrontal cortex requires massive amounts of conscious, expensive energy to operate, which means it tires easily when you are stressed or fatigued. This chart shows the mathematical consequence: temporal discounting. By this hyperbolic curve, time and value are inversely related in the brain. As a reward gets further away, its value drops steeply. A massive payoff next year mathematically loses to a tiny payout held today. We are biologically wired with a present bias. The moment our mental energy depletes, our internal math devalues our long-term goals, allowing the limbic system's cheap dopamine to win the trade. The modern attention economy exploits this math. Social media platforms and algorithm-driven feeds are designed to weaponize our temporal discounting against us. Endless digital notifications, highly engineered fast food, and buy now checkout buttons overwhelm the limbic system, offering an endless supply of effortless, continuous dopamine hits. This is especially dangerous for teenagers. Because the prefrontal cortex is the last part of the human brain to fully develop, maturing well into a person's 20s, teens cannot resist impulsive digital trends. Their executive planner isn't fully online yet. This heat map tracks how constant overstimulation correlates with physical changes in the brain. Researchers have observed reduced gray matter volume in the anterior cingulate cortex and the prefrontal cortex among heavy users of digital media. Beyond these structural changes, there is a secondary cognitive cost. The rapid influx of fragmented digital information shatters our working memory, bringing on a wave of digital amnesia as we outsource our natural recall to our devices. Constant digital intake reshapes our neural architecture to prioritize short-term dopamine over complex thought. But the brain is highly plastic. You cannot beat a hijacked biological market with willpower alone. You have to outsmart it using neuroplasticity. The first phase of repair starts with a digital detox. Taking intentional pauses from your screens resets the brain's overstimulated baseline and allows your attention span to recover. Next, you need to make physical investments to rebuild the prefrontal cortex. Hitting just 120 minutes of aerobic exercise a week has been shown to increase the volume of your executive planner. Engaging in deep, analog hobbies like reading a physical book or creating arts and crafts acts as a full brain workout, strengthening your cognitive resilience against digital noise. We can also use a psychological accounting trick to bypass temporal discounting. Instead of waiting for a distant reward, we can manufacture our own immediate dopamine to trick the limbic system into working for us. By finding tangible ways to visualize your progress, you provide the limbic system with the instant payout it demands. Tracking small daily wins gamifies your long-term goals, satisfying your impulses while keeping the rational brain in charge. Finally, use a scheduling tactic known as eating the frog. Tackle your most daunting task first thing in the morning. This is when your prefrontal cortex's energy reserves are at their highest, giving you the best mathematical odds of holding focus. The biological tug-of-war between instant gratification and delayed reward will always exist, but by understanding the internal valuation algorithms driving your choices, you can align your dopamine with your long-term goals and take back control of your focus.
If this video added value in your life, please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to Mind Reprogramming.